Long ago, there lived a handsome and brave young man named Awang Sekma. He journeyed deep into the wilderness and was mesmerized by the various forms of life in the forest. There, he built a treehouse on a large branch of a giant tree. Life in the forest was harmonious and peaceful. After living there for a long time, Awang Sekma was appointed as the ruler of the region and was given the title of Datu. Once a month, Datu Awang Sekma would travel around and one day he arrived at a crystal-clear lake. The lake was nestled under a lush tree filled with abundant fruit. Various species of birds and insects lived happily there.
How beautiful this lake is. This forest truly holds extraordinary beauty.
The next day, when Datu Awang Sekma was playing his flute, he heard a loud noise in the lake, between the piles of rocks that had gaps. What a surprise Awang Sekma was when he saw four beautiful girls playing in the water.
Could they be fairies?
Thought Awang Sekma. The four beautiful girls were unaware that they were being watched and ignored their scarves that were used for flying, scattered around the lake. One of the shawls is located near Awang Sekma.
This is a good chance to take one.
Hearing the sound of leaves, the princesses were surprised and immediately took their respective shawls. When the four princesses wanted to fly, it turned out that one of the princesses couldn't find her clothes. He was abandoned by his three older siblings. At that time, Datu Awang Sekma immediately came out of hiding.
Don't be afraid, princess. I will help you if only you will stay with me.
Datu Awang Sekma persuaded. The youngest daughter was still hesitant to accept Datu Awang Sekma's helping hand. However, because there was no one else, there was no other way for the youngest daughter except to accept Awang Sekma's help. Datu Awang Sekma greatly admired the beauty of Princess Youngest. So did Princess Youngest. She felt happy to be in the presence of a handsome and mighty man. Finally, they decided to become husband and wife. A few years later, a beautiful daughter was born and named Kumala Sori. Datu Awang Sekma's family life was very happy. However, one day some birds climbed onto the barn and scratched the rice on the surface of the barn. The youngest daughter tried to chase the birds away. Suddenly, his eyes fell on a bamboo tube lying on the former bird cage.
My soul, this is my son,
exclaimed the youngest daughter. She hugged the shawl tightly. Feelings of annoyance and irritation were directed at her husband, but she also loved her husband very much. Finally, the youngest princess made up her mind to return to heaven. Now is the time for me to return, she said to herself. The youngest princess immediately put on her shawl while carrying her baby. Datu Awang Sekma was stunned to see the incident. He immediately approached and apologized for his reprehensible action of hiding the youngest daughter's shawl. The youngest daughter asked Datu Awang Sekma to take good care of Kumala Sori. Then the youngest daughter returned